It's helped place community voicemail systems in more than 12 cities, but most users of Active Voice technology are business people who want to serve customers and manage their time more effectively. They've helped make the Seattle company one of the world's leading makers of computer-based voice processing systems. Only AT&T has a larger market share, and Active Voice is growing fast. In the last 9 months of calendar 1994, Active Voice sales grew by 1/3 to just under $27 million. Profits increased by half to over $3.7 million. Active Voice shares trade over-the-counter on NASDAQ under ticker symbol ACVC. The company went public in December 1993 at $15 per share. The stock has been very hot lately, gaining 34% since the first of this year. With me is Active Voice President and Chief Executive Bard Richmond. You like to be called Bard, I understand.
Bard's my nickname.
That was a nickname you got in a rock band that you
in a rock band a long time ago.
How did you get started in voicemail and an Active Voice?
Well, in 1983, I got together with Bob Greco and Chris Schmand, who was at the Media Lab at MIT and was a classmate of mine when I was at MIT. And we wanted to find something that we could do on PCs that would be very popular, a horizontal market, something that hadn't been done yet. We looked around at word processing and spreadsheets, that all been done. But putting voice on a PC appealed to us, and we actually made the calculation, how much would it cost to store voice on a hard disk? Very cheap. So we thought, let's put voicemail on a PC. There were some very large systems in the $100,000 to $200,000 range that were doing voicemail even way back then.
And part of your innovation was to create a system that was very easy for people to use.
Very easy. We decided voicemail needs a critical mass of people using it at a company to really make it take off. And the way to do that is to make it super simple to use. So we developed an interface that's 1 for yes, 2 for no, just 2 touch tones. And it's very easy to use it.
Well, voicemail certainly has taken off. Most large companies now have voicemail systems. Does that mean the market's saturated?
No, as a matter of fact, the Fortune 500s have gotten, I'd say about 60% of those have some kind of voice processing in their corporate solution. But the market that we mostly address, which is companies with, or organizations with 10 to 250 people, are only 10% penetrated. And there are at least 1.6 million of those in the United States alone.
And your products range widely in terms of sophistication and price, from anywhere around $4,500 for a whole system to $80,000 or perhaps more.
Correct. The smallest systems answer as few as 2 phone lines, and the largest 36 phone lines.
So you see small business as a growth area. Also international sales. You opened an office in China last August. Now China hardly has a phone system. How can they use voicemail?
There are some large companies in China that have to deal with international clients. Voicemail gives you the ability to have a dialogue 24 hours a day across time zones. And they have a lot of time zones there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now tell me...
China East Airlines, I believe, is a large customer.
I see. Explain to me this integration of the computer and the telephone. We see in the tape, we see examples of how this would work. What does it really mean?
There's 2 levels of integration. There's what we've always been doing, even starting in 1983. We used a PC to attach to a phone system to pull in the voice and record it on the hard disk. And now it's reached a new level of, I'd say, almost an explosion in the technology, where if you take all the PCs in the office, which are all connected on a local area network, and you connect the local area network to the phone system through our technology, you give everyone at their desktop the ability to pull the voicemail up to their PC and actually look at it on the PC. They can both look at their voicemail, fax mail, email on the PC, and also see calls, the appearance of calls as they come in, and control them, as we saw in that clip.
It gives people more flexibility in terms of how they use the calls. It allows them to manipulate or edit or to communicate or distribute the voicemail itself in various means over the desktop
Exactly
computer.
right.
Yeah.
It's like every person in the company now has a personal receptionist that does everything a normal receptionist does.
What's been the reception so far to these new products? You're just coming out with some more now this month.
We see it in this way. People, before they had voicemail, didn't really understand it. They started to use it, and you couldn't take it away from them once they started using it. And this computer telephone integration makes voicemail and really all your communications so much easier and more flexible to use that you can't take that away from them now. We're entirely addicted to it in our office, and the customers are as well.
Helping businesses transition to this level of integration between the PC and the telephone, that's really Active Voice's project for the next, what, 1, 2, 3 years, you think?
Oh, 5 years and more. It's a big project because attaching a system with a lot of capabilities and functionality and flexibility to the phones really brings up for a business a lot in how they want their business to sound over the phone. You know, how well do they want to connect with people? Do they want people to push messages around? Do they want to use the audio attendant in certain ways? And that takes a distribution channel that understands business, understands the phone system, understands how to integrate it with our voice processing systems, and then how to install the systems on a per-person basis.
There's a lot of competition in this industry, some very big players in it.
Right.
Where do you fit, specifically in terms of this move toward integration? I mean, what's the competition? Where do you fit?
Actually, we were to be not modest about it. I think we were the leaders in actually bringing out products, bringing voicemail to the desktop, showing the voice of the desktop in our system called Telanaphy. So we actually announced it quite a while ago, and we, I think, created a bunch of competition by bringing it out because people got so excited about it at the shows. Yeah. And we, I think, are actually still the first to have the ability to control the call, play messages to the person on the phone or ask them to go on hold, things like that from the desktop in a process we call View Call.
We're almost out of time, but the company has no debt. It's been growing. It's been profitable for about 7 years. It's been increasingly more profitable in the past couple of years. You see that continuing to grow at 25% or more per year?
25 to 30 is what we've been doing, and I think it's reasonable to expect that to continue.
Well, good luck in that endeavor. Parhad Richmond, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.